Are you looking for a simple yet powerful way to build websites, landing pages, AI apps, and lead forms without dealing with complex coding or endless technical know-how? Well, if that sounds like you, you're in the right place, because in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use Trickle, an all-in-one platform that makes it easy to create and launch professional sites and AI-powered applications with just a simple text prompt. Trickle also comes ready with built-in web hosting, custom domains, design templates, and AI integration, taking the hassle out of building and designing websites and apps. It truly is an amazing tool, and I've never used anything like it. And whether you're a product manager, freelancer, content creator, or just getting started, Trickle has something for you. And in this video, I'll walk you through how to create websites and landing pages, design a customer survey form, and explore some of Trickle's AI-powered features. It really is a lot of fun to play with. And real quick, before we get started, if you get any value out of this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to the Blog with Ben YouTube channel. Helps me bring you more resources, and it keeps you up to date with all the AI, web, and tech trends happening throughout the year. But either way, thank you so much for all your support. All right, with that being said, let's get started. So getting started with Trickle is super easy and free. Just head over to trickle.so. You can access that link in the video description below, and that will take you to the homepage where you could try Trickle for free, no credit card required. Just click the Get Started Free button in the upper right corner of the screen. Next, you'll be prompted to create a free account. You can continue with an email address or a Google account. I'm going to connect my Google account, but either way, once your account is created, you'll be taken to the Trickle dashboard. This is home base for your account and is where you'll start building projects. And before we get started, in the spirit of complete transparency, I'll be using a Pro Trickle plan instead of the free plan in this tutorial, which I upgraded to for only $20 per month. And we'll go over the pricing a little later on in the video, but with the Pro plan, I'll have access to more messages per month, as well as a custom domain and no Trickle badge on my projects. I just wanted to let you know that I purchased a subscription instead of using the free plan in this video. All right, on that note, let me give you a quick tour of the Trickle dashboard. Trickle's dashboard is designed to be intuitive and user-friendly, making it easy to bring your ideas to life. Starting on the left-hand side of the dashboard, there's a navigation panel that includes the Create New Project button. This brings you to the home screen that you're looking at right now, where you can enter a text prompt to start creating, which we'll do in just a bit. Below that are some key sections such as Home, Sites, Help Center, and Projects. Home, again, brings you to this page that we're at right now. Sites takes you to your site management page, where if you have a Pro plan, you can add and configure your custom domain as well as manage deployed sites. The Help Center gives you access to a ton of step-by-step guides to help you along while you're using Trickle. There's a ton of really helpful info here, so I highly recommend checking it out whenever you have some extra time. You can also access Trickle's support team via email or Discord, and I've linked to both of those in the video description below. Next is the project menu, which is blank right now, but as you begin building things, they'll be listed here for quick and easy access. Additionally, in the bottom left corner, you'll see an Upgrade to Pro option, which allows users to unlock premium features like advanced AI capabilities, custom domains, and more. Then the gear icon is where you can access and manage your profile and Trickle account info. The main interface on the right has a text input field where you can describe your idea in natural language, allowing Trickle's AI to generate your project automatically. You'll also notice options to select AI models, design styles, and enable the built-in database, giving you flexibility in how your project is structured. There's even some popular prompts there towards the bottom that you could select to help get those creative juices flowing. Below that, Trickle provides a section called Community Creations, where you can explore websites, portfolios, forms, landing pages, tools, and even educational projects created by other users in the Trickle community. This is a great place to get inspiration or see what's possible with Trickle. Each project preview gives you a quick snapshot of its design and functionality, and you can even check them out by clicking on them. And this is like a cat piano, and it looks like it's an interactive keyboard, so let's give it a try. And that's actually pretty hilarious. Okay, so you can even duplicate this project and use it as a template for your own project by clicking the duplicate button in the upper right corner. Then if we exit out of this preview, in the upper right corner of the Trickle dashboard, you can join the Trickle Discord server. This is another great way to connect with other Trickle users and their support team. Overall, Trickle's dashboard is designed for ease of use, providing a streamlined workflow for creating and managing websites and AI-powered projects. And whether you're a beginner or an experienced builder, you can quickly navigate through the platform and start bringing your ideas to life without technical roadblocks. So in the next steps, let's walk through exactly how to create your first project using Trickle. So the beautiful thing about Trickle is that you can literally build landing pages, websites, and apps by using natural language. And it starts here in the main interface. And I know we just did a tour of the dashboard, but let me give you a quick walkthrough of this interface. So in this text box, you could start by typing a text prompt describing what you want the AI to create. But if you look on the left bottom corner of that text box, there's a plus icon labeled Add Assets and Knowledge, and clicking this allows you to upload files, resources, or data that Trickle can then use to customize your project. This is useful when building AI-powered applications that require reference materials, structured knowledge, or existing assets to enhance functionality. Next to that, you'll see a drop-down menu for selecting the AI model. By default, it's set to Claude 3.5 Sonnet, which is best for most use cases. However, you could switch to Claude 3.7 Sonnet, which is a more advanced model, but may cost more messages to use. And choosing the right model depends on the complexity of your project and how much AI processing you need. Next, there's another drop-down menu for choosing your design style. Trickle offers multiple preset visual themes listed here, and when you hover your mouse over each one, you get a little preview of what that theme will look like. This feature allows you to customize the visual appearance of your project without needing design expertise. You can also switch themes after you make a project, which we'll do in just a bit. I'm leaving it set to auto for now though. Next, there is a database button, and enabling this feature integrates a lightweight built-in database into your project, making it easier to store, manage, and retrieve structured data. This is especially useful for projects like surveys, AI chatbots, or interactive forms that require data storage and user inputs. Then below that, you'll find some popular prompts, and clicking these will automatically create a prompt for you and send it to the AI, allowing you to jumpstart your projects without having to input detailed descriptions manually. And on that note, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So for this first example, let's create a landing page. So like I said, I'm actually going to use the landing page popular prompt button. So I'll click that, and this sends the request to the AI, and you'll be taken to the Trickle message interface, where on the left, you'll see our sample prompt that Trickle started us out with, which is a fancy landing page for a SaaS startup, simple enough. And then below that, you can actually watch the steps the AI is taking to build the landing page. Then on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see a preview browser where when the AI is done, you'll see the landing page or whatever it is you're building. Right now it's blank, but it usually takes a minute or so to finish up. Then in the lower left corner of the screen is the messenger. This is how you'll communicate with the AI and tell it what you want to create or modify with just plain old text and natural language. No coding or advanced tech know-how, just type what you want. The AI is surprisingly proficient at figuring out what you want to do. It's pretty amazing, and we'll use it to modify this landing page once it's done. In the upper right corner, you'll see some icons and some buttons. Starting with the icons, the circular arrows allow you to clear the chat history with the AI. Next to that is the duplicate option, and this will create an exact replica of the current project. And then the graph icon is the app's analytics, allowing you to get an overview of its performance over a certain period of time. Then there are 3 buttons. The settings are where you can configure and add custom knowledge. You can add assets like images or media to be used within your project, and the SEO settings can be configured here as well. The database button opens the in-house database. You can connect to a third-party option as well, but the in-house option is still very useful. Then there is the deploy button, and clicking this makes your project live. And we'll go through these features in greater detail as we build this landing page. Below that, within the preview browser, there are some additional icons and buttons. The first two let you toggle between the mobile and desktop versions of your project. Great for testing the user experience on multiple devices. Then next to that is a select button, and you'll see this in a few moments, but clicking this gives you the ability to single out elements within your project and then modify them individually. Shifting our focus to the upper left corner of the browser, there is a history button. Clicking this lets you view the history of your project and restore it to a previous version. Then the reload icon works like any other browser reload feature. It simply reloads the project within the preview browser. Then in the center of the browser window towards the top, you can toggle between the actual code of the project or just work in the visual preview. Choosing code allows you to delve into the files of the project if you're familiar with computer code languages, or you could just stick to the visual editor by staying in the preview. Alright, so that's the chat and project interface. This took about another minute to fully load, so for the sake of time, let me fast forward really quick so you could see the final landing page output. And voila! From one simple text prompt, we get a fully functional landing page. Now, a few things I want to point out. I didn't add any custom knowledge or specific guidelines when creating this. I simply clicked the popular prompt button and was able to build this out. However, this is still 100% customizable. All you have to do now is tell the AI in the chat what it is you want to change, and it can do it for you right here within the preview. And speaking of the preview, if you click this little icon in the browser preview, it'll open up a live preview of your project so you could test it out in an actual browser before deploying, just FYI. All right, next, let me show you the magic of Trickle's AI developer that you can just chat with right here and make changes. So for this first change, let's ask our little AI developer friend to change the hero title shown here, and let's have it say, transform your business with our AI SaaS solutions. That's literally all I'm putting in the chat. And then click that send icon there towards the bottom right corner. And this will send the request to the AI and it gets to work. Now, keep in mind that this new message counts towards my 120 messages per month. So you'll want to be cognizant of how many messages you're using for each project. And since this was a small change, it should be completed within a few seconds. And there we go. Check that out. The hero title has been updated with a new phrase. Doesn't get any easier than that. Next, let's get a little creative. So this time in the chat field, I'm going to ask the AI to add an image of a cartoon robot after the hero title. We'll see how it does with adding images. Okay, let's send that message through. And again, this took about 30 seconds or so to generate, so let me fast forward really quick. And wow, we get this robot illustration right below the hero title. I'm so used to having to manually create things via code or building them in a CMS, but this just blows my mind. Sorry, I'm just not used to this technology. It is so cool. And speaking of that, let's say I want to animate this robot. So this time in the chat, I'll ask the AI to animate the image of the cartoon robot. And then let's send this message through. And we'll see the AI getting to work in a sec. There we go. Then in a few moments, our little robot is jumping for joy on the landing page. Again, it's just amazing to me what Trickle can do with a simple text prompt. Call me an old timer, but this just feels so new to me. Okay, let's keep going. This time, let's ask the AI to change the color scheme to blue. So I'll type that request in the chat and then send it through. And then since this was modifying the entire theme, it took a few seconds, so let me fast forward again. And what used to be purple is now blue. Again, with a simple text prompt, we're able to make some pretty impactful changes in a matter of seconds. Next, let me show you how to single out elements to make edits. So if you recall, there's this select button in the upper right corner of the preview. And if you click on it, that turns the feature on, where now when you hover your mouse over the preview browser, you'll see each element is highlighted with this red border. This actually tells you what you can select to call out and modify. For example, let's say that I want to change this logo. I'll simply hover my mouse over it and click on it to select it. Then within the chat, you'll see the logo is being called out. This means that whatever you type in this message box will be directed towards that specific element. And let's ask the AI to add a logo that says Sassify and to incorporate a robot into the image of the logo. Now, one thing I want to point out here is that if you already have a logo that you want to use, you can upload it here and even copy and paste the image within the chat and tell the AI to add it to the logo element. But either way, let's send this message through and see how it comes out. And again, this took a few seconds to complete, so I'm going to fast forward. And there it is, a new logo with the word Sassify and a robot. Another cool edit you can make with a text prompt is adding links to your buttons or creating hyperlinks. For example, let's use the select tool again. So I'll turn it on by clicking the select button. Then I'll call out the watch demo button. And this time in the chat, I'll have the AI link the watch demo button to the following link, which will be one of my YouTube videos. And then let's send that through. Then in a few moments, you'll see that the button now has this play icon on it. And then hopefully the link has been added as well. So let's preview this page so we could test the CTA out. So remember, you can preview your work by clicking this little icon in the preview browser. This opens a real preview environment in a new tab. And now whenever I click the watch demo button, it's linked to my YouTube video. Wonderful. And all I had to do was type a command directing the AI on what to do. I love it. Okay, another quick tip, as you're making changes and chatting with the AI, you can always revert and roll back to previous versions of your project by clicking any of these buttons here, and it will roll back the project to that specific time in the chat. Then don't forget you can QA and test the mobile version of your project by clicking this icon here in the upper right corner of the preview browser. And this gives us a mobile preview, letting you test the user experience before deploying and making this live. Okay, so I could continue making changes and modifying this page, but for now, let's just deploy so that you can see that process. All right, whenever you're ready to make this live, simply click the deploy button in the upper right corner of the screen. And in a few seconds, we get this little celebration notification letting us know that the site is live. And if you take a closer look at the deploy section, there is now a little pop-up window where you can view the app or view the landing page, and you can even copy a link to the page and share it with others as well. And you can also see the deploy history, which is nice. Then if you click the View App button, this opens the page in a new browser tab where you can view the live and deployed version of what we just built with Trickle. And we only used 3 or 4 messages and were able to create a fully functional landing page. Now, I could have added a lot more to this page, but hopefully that quick little demo gave you a good idea as to how you can build a fully developed and functional landing page with a few text prompts. Another important thing that I need to point out here is that I'm not using a custom domain. Since I have the Pro plan, I can connect this to a custom domain, but for now, it's using my trickle.host subdomain. But if you want to use a custom domain, you can easily set that up in the Sites section of your account. With Trickle Pro and Premium plans, you can connect your own domains or set up custom trickle.host domains for your projects. So to do that, first navigate to the home dashboard if you aren't there already by clicking this little house icon in the upper left corner of the screen. Then from the sidebar on the left-hand side of the screen, click on Sites. And this is where you can manage all of your deployed sites, as well as domains. And I don't have any at the moment, so to add a domain, simply click the New Domain button. And you'll be presented with a couple of options. My Pro account allows 3 new Trickle subdomains or 1 new custom domain. Keep in mind that you can add and remove projects from the domains if needed. So for the sake of this example, let's create a new Trickle subdomain. So I'll keep that first option selected and click the Continue button. Next, you'll be asked to enter the new domain. Keep in mind that it must be alphanumeric A through Z and 0 through 9 with no spaces or punctuation marks. So this one will be sassify.trickle.host. And then let's click the Continue button. And you'll see the new domain has been added to the account. Then to connect a page or project to this domain, click that drop down. and select from the list of deployed sites, and I'll connect the SaaS landing page, and we get a status update of it being live. Then to verify that it's working, click on the new domain there, and it will take us to the landing page using the new domain. Now, if you want to add a custom domain, I recommend going through the help docs. You can get to the domain setup under the tips and tricks section. It's super simple once you've purchased the domain from a registrar, but depending on where you purchase the domain from, the steps will vary on how to add a CNAME record. Again, it's super easy, and Trickle has a great help doc on that process, but if you need some extra help, feel free to reach out in the comments or ask for help in the Discord server. The support team would be more than happy to help you out. Okay, moving on. Next, let me show you how to configure some settings for your projects on Trickle. Building a fully functional and visually appealing website is not enough to make your page stand out in the market. That is where SEO, or search engine optimization, comes in to help your business rank higher in the search results. And Trickle provides an easy-to-use and user-friendly SEO settings panel to help you attract more clients and drive more traffic to your projects. And to manage and view your project's SEO settings, under the projects section of the sidebar, you should now see a list of your current projects. Click on the one that you want to work on, and this will take you to the chat interface. Next, click the settings button located in the upper right corner. And then let's work on the SEO settings. So select SEO from the left sidebar there. And here you can manage and modify SEO elements like the favicon, meta titles, and descriptions, allowing you to see how your site will appear in the search results. Then scrolling down, you can configure the open graph settings as well as the X card settings, which allow you to control how your content appears when shared on X. Another cool thing you could do here in the settings is add assets to the project. And clicking assets in the left sidebar menu allows you to upload and personalize your own design assets, giving your project a unique and professional appearance. And clicking the add images button is where you can easily upload your own images, stickers, or GIFs directly into your project, or explore the high quality royalty-free images from Unsplash through Trickle's integrated library. And let's test some of these out. So let's say I need a robot sticker. So I'll select sticker and type robot in that field, and boom, got some stickers. Or maybe a robot GIF. Same thing, I'll select GIF and type the word robot, and we get some nice little robot GIFs. You can even use generative AI, and this feature enables you to generate custom visuals by simply entering a text prompt. And I'm gonna fast forward through this one really quick, but we get this nice little image of a robot, pretty cool. And you can upload your own images to use as well. Finally, there's the custom knowledge section. And here you can upload a knowledge base to help the AI better understand your specific context. For instance, you can upload API information, documents, or enter detailed descriptions of external tools to make the AI's output more aligned with your requirements. And by combining your creativity with Trickle's innovative tool, crafting a fully customized design becomes effortless. All right, moving on. Next, let me show you how to create an entire landing page from a single reference image. One of the many features of Trickle that blew me away was image recognition, allowing you to use images as references for the AI. It's so cool and super easy to use, and let me show you. So first, you'll want to enter a text prompt instructing the AI to create a landing page in the same style as the screenshot that you provide. Next, you'll need to copy and paste the image in the input box. So here's my image, and I'll just right click and copy it. Then back at Trickle, I'll paste the image in the input box like so. And then whenever ready, click the send icon to send this to the AI. And in a few moments, you'll see our reference image in the chat, and the AI is getting to work building a landing page based on our image guidance. Now, this took about 30 to 40 seconds to complete, so let me fast forward really quick. And there we go. That is so cool. Now, it's not the exact same, but the overall color scheme and the text all match. Amazing. Now, it does look like this image didn't get processed, that hero image there. No worries, let me call this element out by selecting it. So let's turn the select tool on. And then click on that image to call it out. And then in the chat, I'll just have the AI add a cartoon image of a computer, purple and white color scheme. And then let's send that through and see how it turns out. And since this is just a small update, it shouldn't take too long, so we can give it a few more seconds to generate the image and do its thing. And there we go. Looks like the AI took some liberties with it, but I still really like it. Additionally, all I had to do was basically instruct our little AI developer, and boom, we have a new hero image. Again, I'm not going to go through all the steps to modify and edit this page, but hopefully you're starting to see how you can use the image guidance feature to enhance your projects and streamline your workflow. Okay, next, let's use Trickle to build a customer satisfaction survey and database. In this section of the tutorial, we'll explore Trickle's powerful form builder and integrated database features. You'll learn how to easily design and customize interactive forms to gather user data, responses, or feedback directly within your project. Plus, I'll show you how Trickle seamlessly organizes this data into a built-in database, enabling you to efficiently manage, analyze, and leverage the information that you collect. So one quick way to get started is to use the market research survey popular prompt. This will give you a good idea as to what type of prompt to enter when you create your forms. Plus, it'll give you some hands-on experience with customizing the form and accessing the database. And as you can see here in the chat, the prompt for this survey is somewhat extensive. It lists out the core features to include questions about their preferences, habits, and motivations, ensuring that the form is concise and engaging. Also is asking to use a mix of multiple choice, rating scales, and open-ended questions to capture qualitative and quantitative data. There is also a section to design the layout to be visually appealing and user-friendly. Looks like we're highlighting any incentives for participation, such as discounts or rewards, and to validate and submit the form data after the user finishes all the questions and click submit. And then if format data validation has errors, display the error directly on the page and do not throw errors. Again, it's pretty extensive, but I just wanted you to see an example of the type of prompt that you could use when creating a survey form. All right, then once it's done, you'll see the form in the browser preview on the right. And we can even go through the form and test it out here in the preview. Again, it blows my mind how easy this is. I don't even want to tell you all the work and effort in creating form logic, styling the form, etc. whenever I was doing this manually on my own. Trickle saves so much time and effort, and the interactiveness of this form is incredible. All from a text prompt. I know I keep saying that and probably sound like a broken record, but I'm just really blown away by this technology. I can't wait to see where it will be in a few years. Okay, once we submit the form, if you go to the database by clicking the database button towards the upper right corner, you'll see a table where the input data will be stored. And as you can see, Trickle automatically creates corresponding database fields based on the form content, eliminating the need for manual configuration. You can view and manage collected data in real time in the back end and make modifications to the database as needed. Next, I want to show you some quick ways to change the theme or whatever it is you're working on. So real quick, let's reload this form by clicking the reload icon in the preview browser towards the upper left corner. And this will display the first step of the form. Then I love the simplicity of this current style and design of this form. However, you can drastically change the style here in the chat by clicking the design style dropdown, and you'll be presented with a handful of pre-made themes to choose from. All customizable once you apply them, but this gives you a quick way to stylize your projects. And for this example, let's go with the brutalism theme. Then once selected, let's instruct the AI to apply this theme to the form. And then I'll send that message through. And in a few moments, the form design style will drastically update. The themes are great if you're unsure about your UI design. Simply choose a preferred style from the theme selector and apply it to easily create a visually appealing design. And finally, just to give you an idea as to what you can edit here in the chat, let's say I want to change the options to choose from in the first question, and I want them to be YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, search engine, and other. So I'll enter that in the chat and send that message through. And in a few moments, the form has been updated with my desired options. Again, no coding, no form logic, and lead journey tech know-how. Just type what you want to change with a simple text prompt, and Trickle's AI takes care of the rest. It's that easy. Finally, let's go over Trickle's premium subscriptions, because if you're thinking about upgrading, which I highly recommend doing, you can get started for as little as $20 per month. Trickle offers 3 flexible pricing plans designed to meet various needs and help bring your creative projects to life. The free plan lets you explore the platform at no cost, giving you up to 5 messages per day, which comes to $30 per month, 100 rows of database capability, website hosting, and access to basic AI models for your apps. If you need more resources, the Pro plan at $20 per month increases your capacity significantly, providing 120 messages each month, 3 custom Trickle.host domains, and 1 custom domain connection, and expanded database storage of up to 1,000 rows. It also allows you to remove the Trickle badge branding. Then, for maximum power and advanced capabilities, the premium plan at $50 per month includes 300 messages, 10 Trickle.host domains, 1 custom domain connection, a substantial increase to 10,000 rows of database capability, website hosting, basic AI models, and branding removal. Both Pro and Premium plans also offer convenient add-on packages if you need additional messaging capacity. So once you decide on a plan that works best for you, click the Get Started button to open the door to more features and a ton of possibilities. So that's going to do it for this video. If you found it helpful, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Blog with Ben YouTube channel. Also, if you're looking to start a blog, check out these 2 videos on how to build, grow, and monetize a WordPress blog. They'll walk you through the entire process step by step. And as always, your support means a great deal to me and my family, and for that, I thank you. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.